Two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Freeman again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st down, Newton. And, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Vic Beasley, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very solid gain of 27. At 6'5", Kelvin Benjamin is so hard for defenses to deal with.
When you open up the dictionary and you look at that NFL definition of uncovering, you find Kelvin Benjamin, just what you talked about. His size, his catch radius, where you can put the ball almost anywhere, you can go up and get it. Remember how they won a national championship when he was at Florida State? Late game drive, put it way up there on the top shelf, and Kelvin Benjamin got it.
Jonathan Stewart, week 14, a touchdown, 66 yards. And, earlier I asked you about Cam Newton and some of his struggles. You mentioned the O-line. Well, Jonathan Stewart had some injury time earlier this season as well. That didn't help things.
Did not help at all because running backs establish a rhythm. Week to week, they build on that, as well as understanding what their offensive linemen like to do. And with the number of guys that have been in and out of the lineup, the changes they've had, it's made for a disappointing season on the ground for Jonathan Stewart, although he does have 8 touchdowns rushing.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun on third down, Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to lead the offense out on fourth down. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. After the run, Newton going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. To throw on second down is Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Newton. And it is incomplete. And, Charles, let's switch gears for a second. Big news on Monday. Los Angeles now looking for a new head coach. Could it be a good thing that they make this move now as opposed to at the end of the season?
I think in a lot of ways, yes, because you become the focal point for all people who might be interested in the job. And I think a lot of people will be. It is Los Angeles, great market, but how about the team? Jared Goff, the rookie quarterback. Todd Gurley, the tremendous runner. Aaron Donald on defense, and a heck of a defense around him. A lot of good reasons to be interested in this job.
Defensively for Carolina, played well in Week 14. And remember, no Luke Kuechly, no Charles Johnson, but forced 5 turnovers, sacked Phillip Rivers 5 times as well.
They got a push from K.K. Short. K-Wan Short inside had monster season in 2015, a Pro Bowl player. Not the same production this year. That's what they'd been counting on, and that really helped key their defense. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he fires Here's one, but incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They come out here in the eye. 4th down. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I know that's their first connection in this game. But you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Panthers coming out now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Play action. It's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 18 yards there and a 1st down. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Now Newton on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ryan to throw. Over the middle, pull into traffic, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. Well, even though Julio missed Week 14 with a turf toe injury, still the NFL's leading receiver in terms of yardage above T.Y. Hilton of Indianapolis.
So they definitely had guys step up, didn't they? Didn't they have 8 different receivers that logged at least a catch? And, you know, when I was watching highlights of this game, I saw Taylor Gabriel have another big day. Saw Justin Hardy out of East Carolina have a nice day. So these guys know how to go get the ball when Julio's not around.
Now Ryan on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll be driven back here. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. He's going to launch this. He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a first down following that long gain. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down.
Ready? Ready? Got three. Three down.
From the gun, here's Newton. Surveying the field. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
To throw on second down is Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Stewart is the lone setback. On first down, it's Newton. And Dixon over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Hey. 20. Kill.
On second down, here's Newton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long. It's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 26 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Coleman on the toss. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3. Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding, chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball in the ground.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. And here now come the Falcons. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ryan wants to throw it. Going for it all. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they're going to go for 2.
Ringo.
To throw forward is Ryan. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Well, recent memory, the Panthers have made Uptown Charlotte a very tough place to come into and get a victory. But they were able to get that done in this one. Not an easy task.
In their sprint to the Super Bowl in the 2015 season, they didn't lose a game in the stadium. So this is a monumental achievement to roll in there and beat the Panthers.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.